some people may be choosing to vote for your opponent rather than you because he's been involved as a city councilor for 9 years. And he was on the budget committee for more than a year, so he comes extremely experienced. Was president of council for a while. And what do you say to those people that think that because you're an outsider from that perspective and he's an insider?
If they want the status quo, if they want continual money incentives being given to rich developers, if they want their library hours to be cut, if they want more fees on their water sewer bill, then they should stick with the status quo and vote for my opponent. If they want a say in city government and someone who values them as citizens and their opinions, then I'm probably your better choice. Because anytime you have a candidate endorsed by the chamber, they're bought by the chamber, and they're going to do what the chamber wants. Warren Benars has a standing meeting every Tuesday morning after a council meeting for him to come into the Chamber of Commerce, and they tell him how he did. Is that somebody who represents us, the citizens, or represents the Chamber of Commerce? Do we want those kinds of politicians? I don't, and I hope a lot of other people agree with me. We need to clean out City Hall.
Do you have any additional questions?
Not on the record.
Okay, let me ask the final one then, unless you have any questions. And it's a generalized question to our editorial board, the members that weren't here, and they'll listen to the video, and also to our readers. What would you like us to know to take into consideration in our the decision that everyone will be making on who to vote for?
Well, I think we're at a crossroads at this point in time. I think we've had Janet Taylor and Anna Peterson, who have both been supported by the chamber. You've got probably 6 of your city council people who are bought by the chamber, placed on city council by the money from the chamber. I think this is a really important election coming up, because this isn't about Chuck or I. This is about how citizens want their government to act and what priorities they want their government to have. So if you're happy with the status quo, I think that you should probably vote for my opponent. I'm more interested in trying things, studying them, but maybe studying less. If we're going to hire a consultant, let's actually work with the citizens and the consultant to get these things done or implement things. I think Salem's criticized often because we start something like the old streetscape downtown. We started it for 2 years, and then there was a change at city council, and we just never got to finishing it up. So I think that happens all over Salem, where we do things in bits and starts. I want to be a mayor who's a let's get it done mayor. Let's solve a problem. Let's work on it. Let's work on it together, because together we can solve these problems. But a one mayor and the chamber can't solve the problems for the people. They're just going to solve the problems for the developers and real estate and home builders. It's sad that we don't have a paper who values endorsing a good candidate, because they go along with whoever the chamber endorses.
We have a paper owned by a multinational that considers its branch papers a function of the economic development efforts of that town.